What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we are in the building. What's going on? Let's get into it. Let's talk about Love and Hip Hop VH1 Family Reunion Edition. Lord have mercy. Yes, it was a family reunion out here in these streets. We got Peter Guns and Amina just, acting up, just going back and forth. And then at the end of the day, they make up. Amina changed her story on the situation. Cisco is out here doing way too much. It looks like he needs some mental health and needs he need a counselor because he is acting out. And it just seems like either if he's doing this for attention, this is way too desperate for anybody to be acting at all. Point blank, period. Like, Cisco, what is going on with you? Why you keep going back and forth? And now we find out that Cisco and Amina allegedly, may have been more than just friends, and they may had a lot going on in the situation. So it's just like, what is happening in this situation? Like, whoa, Amina right now, she's not playing around with Peter Guns at all in the situation. She's feeling a certain type of way, and now it's coming out that allegedly her and Cisco may have had, a relationship, a different type of relationship, and Cisco basically is going behind his boy's back, Peter Guns, and basically, messing with his ex-wife, but she was married at the time. So Cisco is out here doing too much, and he wants people to be his friend and understand him and things of that nature. So does that mean, Cisco, you cheated on your wife, and that's why she divorced you, and that's probably why you haven't seen your kids in 6 months, and you continuously may have been cheating on her allegedly? So what's going on with that situation? Because Shekinah, she came out here and allegedly she spilled the beans on the situation. She ended up telling Stevie J, and if you tell Stevie J anything, he is going to, run his mouth and the situation. So I guess Shekinah basically tells Stevie J for the next episode that's coming up next Monday that, Peter Gunn is going to get a whiff of information that he does not like at all, because Shekinah is spilling the beans. She said that she overheard that, that man Cisco over there had relations with Peter Gunn's, wife, but ex-wife, So, they already had a little altercation, on Celebrity Boxing Match, Peter Guns and, Cisco. And so it was basically supposed to be over Amina, but basically it was about that dollar bill. That's what they wanted. And in any event, and Amina's out here saying that, Peter is a problem. He's a situation. She said living with him for 3 years, baby, she couldn't speak her mind. She couldn't say what she wanted to say. And now on this show, she's saying what she wanted to say. She's calling Peter out to be a hypocrite, that he's up there supporting Jonathan, and he won't let his son wear, that's 4 years old, wear a ladybug costume. I'm like, oh, and then Peter is out here. He was acting so good on the show. Peter was basically acting like he's a changed man. He's different. He's more mature. He's conflict resolution and things of that nature. He couldn't take it. He's calling out Amina, saying that she's doing this for attention. She wants to create a moment. And yes, we had these conversations, but I told her that my son is not wearing, no ladybug costume. You know what I mean? So then, and Amina said, I can never talk to him. I can never speak to him about anything else because this is his behavior. And you see Peter just getting upset, and Peter, not explaining himself, not saying, hey, listen, this is the reason why, and basically bring the other people into the conversation. Like, why not bring, Marcus in the situation? Because Marcus is out here acting like he can help everybody out here in these streets. So why not bring Marcus in the situation and bring, Brooke in the situation, in the conversation to talk, so they can basically work the situation out? Why is Peter, not saying, he's telling Amina like, yo, you're doing this to hurt me, you're doing this to do that to me? And Amina definitely sure is getting her get back at Peter, but Peter seems to be concerned about himself, about how he's going to look, about him getting canceled, about him, and you're just like, yo, listen, this is the betterment for our son, this is the betterment for my son, with Tyra. He's just like, well, he could have basically explained it to her. Well, since I didn't want to explain it to you when you asked me, I'm gonna explain it to you now. This is the reason why. Like, Lord have mercy. It's like he can't even conduct himself and have a conversation. Like he's getting all angry. He don't want to talk about it. But then at the same breath, he is talking about the situation. And why not get Bobby Likes involved? But Bobby Likes, he's in the situation too as well, because he's thinking a certain type of way. Like he wasn't able to wear a ladybug costume when he wanted to. Why not get the other people involved? Why are you letting them, skeet off or not, chiming in on the situation or asking for their opinion? If this is if it's a good idea, if it's not a good idea, and can you let her see my idea? Like, let me see where she's coming from, and then I'm gonna tell you where I'm coming from, because I'm not allowing this and I don't want this. And basically get it from the guys that are on the show. Is this hurtful behavior? Is this good behavior? Am I protecting my son? Because he got the men over there that he can ask. He can ask Jonathan. He can ask, Zell, but Peter Guns is not hearing that at all. And Amina know that she wanted to get back at Peter, baby. She picked a pivotal moment to get at Peter and get down up there and basically make him look bad, because she feels like, and she said, he made me look bad on TV for many years. And basically, at the end of the day, she takes it back, but she was feeling a certain type of way about the situation. And, she scorned as well. And then Peter's acting like he want to be with Tyra. He wants to marry her. So Tyra's still playing, her position as defending Peter and having Peter's back. And Amina was like, you know what? You coming on TV looking all good, like everything is all great, but you still that guy that you was back then. You betrayed me. I had to move from New York, to go to California because I knew you'll never leave Tyra. So, she's getting her good back. And then at the same time, it seems like Amina, like, why would you even get with Peter if you say that you played around in the LGBTQIA community or whatever the case may be? You end up having a procedure when you and Peter first got together. Then you went and you had 2 children with him. So if he had these type of thoughts and behaviors, it's not something that just happens one day. It's something that you would know right off the jump, their behavior, the way they talk, the way they address certain situations. So you chose to have kids with him anyway. And then Amina said having 2 boys by Peter is a nightmare. Like, girl, explain. Like, what is going on? So Amina was basically going at Peter, and this was her shot to get at him, because he was thinking everything was all gravy and all good, and he was trying to be good. He was trying to stay on his stoop. He was trying not to cause no drama. But baby, Amina done hit down the door and said, I'm coming through. So I was just like, Lord have mercy, what is going on? Like, this is crazy. And and it's just like Peter should have just been like, to what it would have been nice if Peter would have said, this is for my son. I'm trying to protect him. It's about the child. It's about him. It was just like Peter was saying, it's about me. What about my career? What about this? What about that? Even though that pertains to taking care of his son as well. But it seems like he was more worried about himself and not worried about exactly what she was saying or what she actually thinks. And basically saying, I ain't trying to hear that. You're trying to create a moment. And it definitely did seem like Amina was trying to create a moment. So they basically got on TV. Ain't nothing changed. Tyra still a middleman. Peter and Amina still going back and forth. They still got communication issues. They still haven't really changed. Amina gets jealous. Tyra jumps in and defend Peter, whether he's right or wrong, and she'll agree with him and have his back no matter what. And that's what Peter wants from Amina. Amina said, not today, baby. You did me wrong for years, and I'm a woman scorned, so therefore I'm coming at you, and I'm going to expose you. You're trying to act like you were so and with Jonathan, I'm gonna tell the world. So like this is just like bad behavior on both sides. Just bad behavior, no understanding, no communication. Peter said, couldn't even say, hey, let me have a conversation with you. Let's sit down, let's talk. Amina's yelling and screaming. Amina, she exposes herself to as well to be just right, yelling and screaming and hollering. Like, girl, like, calm down, get your point across. Like, say what you need to say. You in a safe environment. You got security. You got people watching. Tell how you feel, how it makes you feel. Like, you just yelling and screaming, and you're talking about how he embarrassed you. You made it about yourself too as well. So Amina basically showed a side that she can lose it, and when she does lose it, if there ain't nobody around to hold her back, baby, she just gonna be screaming and yelling, and she was fed up, and she feel like she needs to speak, and plus you want to keep that paycheck coming. They both do. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, they was just, They was doing anything. They was scrambling for storylines, and it was like, what about the child? Now everybody's gonna be looking at Peter's son, just to see how the situation pan out, when they could have got everybody involved and really made it a situation. But in any event, Amina, she gonna turn around, and allegedly the rumor out here on the streets is that she and Cisco did whatever they had to do, and Peter's basically going to confront Cisco and tell him, boy, you need to go find your own wife. You need to go get your own wife and stop messing with mine. That's totally disrespectful. And Peter's feeling a certain type of way, and Cisco's basically acting up, talking about, you better watch your mouth, you better watch who you talking to, like, come on. And then we're gonna see him crying like he really need to go get some help. Somebody need to go help him out, or whatever the case may be. He's clashing with everybody, just clashing. He's gonna clash with Safaree. Like, dude, just chill out. And Amina, like, girl, I didn't even know you act like that. I didn't even know that you can just woo, wada woo. Like, she was all over the place. I was like scary, like she was uncontrollable. Like, yo, are you going, like, what's happening right here in this moment? Is this your first time you ever been able to speak? Like, what's going on? And why'd you stay married to that man for so long? Now, Peter, he wants to get at Cisco. He's feeling jealous and protective over Amina. And plus, he's upset because he thinks Cisco is his friend. He's sitting out here defending Cisco, saying Cisco's a good guy to Safaree. He's going through all these things. And this man that went all the way with your wife and never told you about it. And basically, you finding out on national TV, yes, Amina came through. Amina came to make you pay. Amina came to make you embarrassed. Amina came to take you off your stoop. Amina already knew the tricks that she was going to use. She already knew the ammunition that she was going to be throwing at you, Peter. And basically, you took the bait and you act the fool, because she's in her confessional talking about, I can never get a word, and see how he acts, where he gets angry, he's difficult, it's hard to communicate, and you show all of them signs. Like, Lord, like, what's really going on in this situation? They were just acting up. Peter sitting here saying, woe is me, I'm a college dropout. I'm like, Peter, like, what's going on? Peter's just like, yo, this is everything. Like, I got felony records, I got felonies. This entertainment situation is just, what I got and all I have. And I'm just like, okay, what about the kids, baby? What's going on with that situation? Like, so he's sitting there basically saying, I'm a high school dropout and all this other good stuff. Rich is just listening like, yo, you doing too much, Peter. Like, calm down. Peter's all like, what about me? What about me? And got a drink in his hand like, Lord have mercy. Could you imagine being home with Peter and having this conversation? Oh no, or Amina, because basically they was both acting a fool on TV, and it didn't seem like it was for the child. It seemed like it was for get back, because at the end of the day, Amina's gonna be praising him. And what's Erica Mena? She's a part of the LGBTQIA community. How come she ain't saying nothing? How come she just keeping closed lip on the situation? Do she agree with Peter? Would she let her son wear a ladybug outfit? Like, why is everybody all quiet on the situation? Rich is trying to calm down Amina. Amina was like, well, you see firsthand what's going on. I tried to talk to him and I can't talk to him. And, basically she just feeling a certain type of way. She wanted to get Peter. She said she won't speak about the situation, and y'all ain't gonna quiet her down. I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on, y'all? Like, y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Is Amina right, or is she wrong? Is Peter Guns right, or is he wrong? And is the rest of the cast member wrong for not even intervening or giving their opinion without yelling and screaming? How come nobody can't sit down and have a conversation and talk? You know what I mean? And they're like babying Peter, and then they're sitting over here with Amina like she's the big bad wolf, because they know whatever she got in her back pocket, it ain't gonna look good. And Peter is feeling a certain type of way. Now he's going back to his old ways of getting upset. He don't even know how to deal with her, because he can't believe she did this to him on national TV and try to make a moment and cancel him, baby. Amina's still feeling a certain type of way. She's still upset with you, Peter. She's still scorned. She's still upset. And then now we get ready for, the show. And so Peter put together the drag show and whatever, and the ladies come out, and where are all the other guys? Where's Joel Santana? Where's him? And Kim Bella was there, but we didn't see no Joels, we didn't see no Marcus. Marcus, how come you didn't come through to see the show? Like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, I'm like, what's going on? Stevie J was actually there. Stevie J was there. And Jewels, he wasn't there at all. Where was Jewel Santana? Booby wasn't there either. Where was Booby? Booby was missing in action. Like, where you at? Why you missing, Boo? Why you missing? And Peter is just taking it in, and he's just being, he's being supportive at the time. And you got, Cisco looking like he don't know what to do, like he's lost in the situation. He looks confused. He looks flustered. He looks like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he got all these faces going on. Like, what you doing over there, Cisco? Cisco needs some help. We got Bobby singing his song. Judgment was a good song. It was written well, but he can't sing. He can't perform that song. Now, he did that song no justice. But the lyrics, at least you can make out the lyrics. But baby, that sounds like a good hit. And so you got Peter, he's sitting here, and you got Mr. Rich Dollars. He's sitting there like, okay, I'm here. And we got Cisco. He's acting like, okay, we here. And then Erica and Safaree, they gonna stay going into it. And he said, don't turn your back on me. She said, you done far worse. You already know what they be doing. And Shekinah's trying to basically bring Safaree and Erica Mena back together. Lord have mercy. And here comes Cisco. Look at Cisco chasing this man down. Cisco, fall back. Like, relax for a minute. Like, take it easy. He wants to have this conversation. He want to meet at dawn, baby. He wants to meet up early in the morning. Cisco, relax. And he's telling Shekinah, you can't tell me what to do. I'm like, yo, what y'all think? Like, what y'all think about this situation? Like, this is crazy. For real, for real. But in any event, Peter and Amina, here they go again. Like, Amina goes to have a conversation, with Peter, and it totally goes left, and it starts to argue, the screaming and things of that nature. And he's basically saying she's malice. She said she wasn't doing it with malice intent. She wasn't trying to hurt him or whatever. He said, yes, you did. And she said, you just mad because I won the argument. Okay. So, and Peter, he got Tyra there supporting him. And then you got Bobby Likes basically saying his pastor told him, his mother, that he has to walk. He can't switch when he walks, and he wanted to be a ladybug for Halloween. But how old were you, Bobby? Like, what's going on? And Peter's just like, I'm standing on my stoop. I'm not changing it. And Amina's just like, oh, so you gonna act like that? Oh, you want some more of this? And basically, she's just trying to get him back. She's getting him back too as well. But basically, she wants to see him, squirmish, because she goes, I backed him up into a corner. I got him. And that's what she said. She backed him up into a corner. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, yo, they are doing way too much. Like, you should have got the other people involved, because y'all done sit here and just went all the way there. Like, okay, like, there ain't no talking going on with them. Like, they be out here portraying, perpetrating out here on Instagram like everything is fine and everything is great. So, you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, oh, MG. And, Peter is just like, he's not feeling the situation. Amina was like, you're not going to tell me I can't talk. You're not going to tell me I can't say nothing. Like, what? And she goes, it wasn't malice. She said, yes, it was malice. Basically, he's saying it ain't even about the kid. You just trying to hurt me. I was like, So what y'all think about that situation? And Amina said, no, she didn't like what she saw. She didn't like what she saw at all. But you already know she's trying to dig deep into Peter. And Peter, she tried to come with humbles. And she ain't got no humble on her right now. She's looking at Peter like, what? You still gonna try me? And then Amina's just basically, you know what? I'm gonna stay out the situation. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna leave the situation alone. And it doesn't really go that well with the situation, because Amina is basically feeling like she ain't gonna get punked by Peter. This is her time to shine. This is her time to get at Peter and call him out and basically make him look like a fool on TV, like she used to look like a fool on TV. And then Tyra, she comes looking like a fool, but basically they're talking about her son Cass, so she is getting in the middle of the situation. I'm just like, What a shame, y'all. Like, where is the, and it's like Tyra's still playing that position, protecting Peter, helping Peter, and as she's supposed to, because that's her, her son's father. But at the same time, he made this bed, so he should lie in it. And she also looking at Peter's behavior like, girl, just let the girl talk. You're just doing too much. But also, she's taking it out on Amina, because she feels like she's trying to create a moment. Yes, Amina's trying to get paid. She's trying to keep a check at VH1. Okay, she lives in California. As as well. And if she can get him back, she gonna get him back. And Tyra just basically, let me help Peter again. Let me save Peter again. Even though Peter done did me wrong, Peter done did me dirty. Peter done married this woman on the other side of me, and that's what he gets. But basically, she got to go save him or get him out the fire again, because she still needs them child support checks to come in, or she still needs his financial assistance, and he still needs to work. He still needs to make some money to take care of the children. And basically, Peter's always with his kids. And it's just like, Amina, you never said this before, but I guess she's ready now. So, y'all, you think the producers told Amina to do this, or Amina really feeling this way about Peter? Because how do you all of a sudden feel this way? He had to be showing you signs and behaviors. Did you ignore him? And then now you see it. And basically, Amina calls out Tyra and basically says, you're a part of the situation too. You was right there when he said it, and you didn't say nothing, and you didn't defend your son, and you didn't get in the middle. You just sat there. And then Tyra was like, well, I agree with him because we are on the same page as parents. And basically, don't come at me, because I'm not trying to come at the community, and you're talking about my son, so I got to get into this situation and deal with you. I was like, And then Ty was basically saying protect the kids, but it seems like Amina's trying to protect the kids, and they basically want her to shut up and be quiet. And so what y'all think about that? Does Tyra know more, or she's trying to protect Peter, or she think Amina is really just trying to get back at Peter? She can't allow that to happen at all. And on top of that, why is Amina speaking on her son? Well, at one point in time, wouldn't she be considered a stepmom? You know what I mean? Because she was still married if they just had their divorce party on TV. So therefore, she's speaking on the situation. She ain't a stranger. She was married to your baby daddy, baby, while you was dating him at the same time, girl. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, but Tyra had to get in there and save Peter. And then Peter, Amina was like, okay, you want the smoke? I'm going to give you the smoke. And it don't really seem like it's really about the kid. It's really about their relationship and how she hasn't let go of the pain, and how Peter thinks that, she shouldn't say nothing. She shouldn't speak up, and what she say ain't important. And basically, he had his moment on her, but she can't have her moment on him. But she gonna continue with her moment, because he gonna find out that allegedly her and Cisco hooked all the way up. And then you got Tyra, she jumps in the middle. You got Peter sitting there instigating the situation, like, yeah. See, that's never gonna happen. And Tyra's like, yeah, you can't tell me what to do. Amina's yelling and screaming. She just looks like she is possessed, y'all. Amina's really on one. She's really feeling a certain type of way. We went from her to being happy. And let's not forget, Jonathan sent Tara over there to jump into the argument, because either Jonathan wanted to see a show, or Jonathan wanted Tara to protect Peter because he's not buying what Amina is selling. And Jonathan sent Tyra over there. You better go get over there. They're talking about your kid. You better go over there. And Jonathan said that after he had, his ceremony and his thing. So, Jonathan is basically sending her over there. You being messy, Jonathan, or you feel like Amina is on one and she's trying to create a moment. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the situation. She's trying to create a moment, or she really feels like Peter is that way, and she's exposing his attitude and his behavior, and right now is the best time that she can do it. And they all yelling, and look, they're playing their parts, going back at each other, going back and forth. And look at Peter sitting there with his sunglasses on, his hat to the back, got his tattoo showing, got the V-neck on all tight, got the pants sagging a little bit, got on his nice little watch, and he watching them argue over him. They all like 10 years younger than him, and he's sitting there like, yeah, I can still have it. Stevie J's in the middle. Mind you, Stevie J's in the middle trying to break them up. He's been down this road before. But it seems like everybody is saying that Amina is trying to create a moment, and what she's doing is not right, and this is not the time or the place, and this is why they're not even getting involved. Even Bobby ain't really getting in that involved. And Amina's been close to Erica the whole time she's been here, and Erica really ain't getting that involved either, as far as she's not saying her opinion on the situation when she's a part of the community, and Amina's her friend. And Bobby just basically saying, well, when I was a child, I was denied, so you need to go over there and talk to Peter. So I'm just like, y'all, and Jonathan's trying to stop the situation from occurring, but he's the one that sent Tyra over there, Tyra over there. So what y'all think? I'm like, Lord, they're just going into it. And then Amina says the worst thing. She said, I'm so glad I had daughters and not sons, because if I had sons by you, it would be a complete nightmare. So what is she saying Tyra going through? Or do she want to have sons by Peter? Like, what is she really trying to say? Or basically saying that he's awful. He's just basically horrendous. But she said that she had a lot of mimosas and she just wanted to talk. Like, what's going on, Amina? So you been getting fired up, you be getting liquored up, and then you be acting a fool. You think about old things and come out swinging, or you hold your emotions inside and then you speak them, and you wait and you let it build up. But I think the build up is Peter basically praising Tyra and wanted to and act like he should have married her and be with her, and everybody trying to get Peter and Tyra together. And she's probably feeling a certain type of way, like she's probably feeling like she used to feel back in the day on Love and Hip Hop New York. Like, what's going on? Y'all tell me what y'all think. And then we have Sin. At least she jumps in and say, hey, listen, the costume, the ladybug costume is just, it could be a male costume. Peter was like, no, it's a female ladybug. And so she was like, okay, let me just let it be. Let me just let it be. Because she's like, okay. And Peter's not trying to hear the situation at all. And he don't want to hear Amina tell him what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Whatever she say is not valid at all. It seemed like they act like they still married, because at the end of the day, they going to make up. And so we have Amina and Tyra. They basically apologize to one another and they cool again. And they basically are going to mother their children differently and be different mothers. Like, Tyra, come on, girl. And so, and then Amina's all smiling and all happy. She went from, spazzing out, being all uncontrollable, being held back, yelling and screaming, closing her eyes. And now she's smiling. Now she done got Peter's attention. She done got Tyra's attention. Like, she's feeling a certain type of way. Now she's all happy. Like, it just seems deviant. For real, for real. Like, what's going on in this situation, y'all? Like, what is happening? So I don't know if they're just doing this for the bucks or what, because if they're trying to give us a message, they need to include the rest of the staff, so that the rest of the cast, to actually talk about it and get their opinion. Since you have, the community a part of the staff, like, it don't make no sense, y'all. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that situation. I'm like, It is a mess. Like, it's a mess. And Booby and Sin should not get together. They should just leave it. And we got Safaree. He's acting all tough. I ain't never seen Safaree like this, man. I ain't never seen Safaree stand up for himself like this. It looks like Safaree is actually treating Cisco like Erica Mena treats him. That's what it seems like. It seems he's calling Cisco names. He's basically saying, I'll do this to you, I'll do that to you. Who that reminds you of? Erica talking to Safaree? Like, so he's about to lose everything. Did you lose it already? Because they keep saying that you lost it. Erica keeps saying you lost it. It don't look like you lost it. I don't know what's going on in this situation. But here we go with Cisco. Cisco needs to go see a therapist. Cisco gets up into the situation. He wants to confront Safaree and let Safaree know, hey, listen, I've been trying to talk to you, and then I wasn't able to talk to you, and you're dismissing me, and then you're talking bad about me to the other guys and things of that nature. And I was just like, oh God, here we go, Cisco. Cisco, like, you can't pick a better moment. Like he ain't got time for you. Like, call your wife, find out where your kids at, do something. Like, you should be somewhere else. You got all these issues and these problems. But in any event, he is not going to let Safaree, make him look like he's little. Okay. So he wants to address Safaree. He needs a storyline. He needs somebody to have an issue with. And he's talking about an issue that happened 2 years ago. And now, he was trying to check Safaree, because Safaree's always being checked in public. Safaree's always being checked by Meek Mills, checked on the Wild 'N Out. Safaree was been checked by a whole lot of people out here in these streets. Ray J, A1, who else? He been checked by a lot of people that, They try him and he basically walks away. But in this situation, I don't know what got into Safaree. I don't know what's in Safaree. I don't know what Safaree got going on with himself. But he's not having this conversation with Cisco. He gonna let Cisco know all about himself. And basically he tells Cisco, I am tired of you coming up to me, brother, and trying to check me and tell me what I need to do. I don't care about what you think. You ain't gonna check me. Like what? He's like, I've been getting checked. I get checked by Erica on a everyday basis. You ain't gonna check me. And then all of a sudden Cisco's like, what? You got Safaree talking about he gonna put the 1-2 on Cisco, calling him a female dog. Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening in this situation, y'all? Like, where is Safaree getting all this testosterone from? Like, where's he getting all this heart from? Because we ain't never seen him step to nobody like this. Safaree's like, y'all ain't gonna play with me no more. And Cisco said, I didn't come back on this show to get checked by the likes of Safaree. Safaree was like, not today. Like, yo, this is a complete mess. This is a complete mess. We got Cisco. He's trying to swing on Safaree. Security jumps in, holding on to Cisco. Cisco, his balance is off. He hits the ground. Like, what is going on? Well, like, what are they doing? Security gets before anybody gets hit. You see Safaree blocking, turning his head. And they cut the camera, and then security ran through like he was a ninja. Like, he came through fast, quick. He need to be on, WeTV being a security guard, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that situation. Could you believe Safaree? Like, Safaree is ready for this. You think Cisco, has a right to come at Safaree like this? Like, what's going on with Cisco? Like what's happening, bro? You doing too much. Like, for real. But Safaree was very disrespectful from the jump. Safaree was talking to him like he want all that smoke you giving Cisco. Point blank, period. And Safaree was definitely not trying to hear it. But who is Cisco to keep coming trying to check this dude and tell him, first of all? And then Cisco turned around and said, you soft, come and get this. And Safaree runs. But he knows security gonna get him. He turns around and he run. Y'all think Safaree got it in him? Y'all think Safaree got it in him? Does Safaree got it in him, y'all? Does he got it? Does Safaree have it in him? And then we got, Cisco. He is sitting here basically saying, oh, he's not the only one with problems. Yes, we know you need to get some help because basically you're worried about the wrong things and the wrong people and the wrong conversations. We got Peter Guns defending, Cisco and everything. He wants to be your friend. He just really lost right now. And Safaree's like, yo, I'm not trying to hear that. Cisco's getting a pep talk. How many pep talks are you going to get, Cisco? How many times they got to sit and talk to you and give you a pep talk and tell you not to drink, tell you not to do this, tell you not to talk to people at this time? Like, Cisco, what's going on? Why does everybody got to tell you what to do? I thought you was grown. I thought you was, part of the creep squad. Like, what's going on? Like, Cisco's doing way too much. Even Stevie J got to get out here and give pep talks. And here we go with Amina and, Peter. Now she's all like, hey, Peter, what's going on? I just want to talk to you. I want to have a conversation. The way that things went, it was just so, I don't know. I had so many mimosas, and you are a good father, and you're a good this, and you're a good that, and you're free, and you're open with your kids, and you're free with your kids. You're like, what's going on? Like, what's up with this change of heart? Was you telling the truth before? You're telling the truth now? Or you in the middle? You just don't know? What are you taking? What are you doing with Cisco? Because y'all are acting like y'all are too crumped, and confusing at the same time, just confusion. And then Peter's like, yeah, only it takes a day. It only takes a day. And see, you can just sit on the situation. And we are good parents, the way that y'all were talking, the way that y'all was acting, the way that y'all was behaving in front of the cameras when people watching you, when you're supposed to be on your best behavior and show this and show that. Y'all was acting a fool. And now if y'all doing that on the cameras and on TV, what are y'all doing at home? Are y'all just doing this for a paycheck, baby? VH1 still paying, the same amount? Are they paying y'all good? Like, what's going on? You're like, what's happening? Like, y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Like, this is crazy. Hey, what's up, April? What's up, Fisher? What's up, Duchess? What's up, Norris? Tony, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? So, They got a whole lot going on. So now everything is all, good between them. Like they're having a good situation. Everything's good. Or Amina just don't want to go all the way there, or she feels bad about the situation, or she wasn't telling the truth, or she blew the situation out of, proportion, or basically she don't want this man to lose everything, and plus she got a co-parent, and he said they got a co-parent. So at the end of the day, this is TV. Let's get it right. She's all next to him, all close to him. Yesterday they couldn't stand each other. Y'all ain't still married. You know what I mean? You don't argue and then run upstairs to the bedroom. Nah, y'all supposed to be really co-parenting and communicating with each other and representing one another while you're out here back on TV. Show something different, show something new, show something has changed. Well, I guess things just remain the same. For real, for real. So Safaree, apologized to Cisco. Cisco's enjoying this apology and everything else. But Safaree ain't no fool. Safaree also said, I can tell in this conversation that an apology is supposed to go both ways. And I know Cisco didn't apologize to me, but I'm just gonna let that fly. So Safaree, are you backing down? You don't want no more smoke. You don't want no more problems, because baby, you was acting like you was ready for Cisco, like you want to see Cisco, like you want that Cisco all day, every day. You wanted that smoke. You was just calling him out his name. You was talking to him like Erica Mena talked to you. And all of a sudden you apologize and he didn't even apologize. What's up with these sudden changes? Like, what's going on? These people are delusional, y'all. But in any event, he probably didn't want that smoke because he will probably get sued. And I believe Safaree is way more wealthier than Cisco. And Cisco, it just seems like he just went back in. Like, he loved the lifestyle that he was in, and if he would have did what he's supposed to do with it, it would have been better for him if he didn't focus on relationships and not mistreating women and things of that nature. Allegedly, it would have been a lot different for him. And so it's just like now he just seems like he's just scattered brain. He's just scattered everywhere. Like, he just scattered, trying to make something stick, trying to make something happen. But the guys hug. It was great unity. Marcus, we see you. You wasn't here, when Peter Guns was having it out with Amina. There was no voice of reason. We didn't have no Joel Santana's. Where was Santana at? And Safaree's just like, it's whatever. And then we have Paris. She come through. It is what it is. I don't know what's going on with Paris, but it looks like she needs to add some of, Kimbella's booty and also Miss Erica Mena booty to her face and do something, shape it out. I don't know why she looks so different. It looks like she lost weight, but something's going on in this situation. She looks totally different. But in any event, hopefully she doesn't have no illness or anything like that, or going through anything else. But she just don't look like Paris anymore. I don't know what it is. She just don't look like it. And Erica Mena is not feeling Safaree rapping. She's telling him to get off the mic. He sucks. Like, Lord. And then we got Erica Mena and Peter Guns. And Peter Guns is reminding Erica that she's still married, though. And everybody's saying, like, you don't want him. You don't want this. He lost his family, but you still married to him. Sign the papers. Zell saying, sign the papers. And here comes Cisco, holding Amina's dress, like they got dressed together, whatever. Peter's getting jealous. Like, Peter, I thought she was just so bad. Now she's just so great again. Now you care again, because first you was just focused on, Tyra, and now you moved on to focusing on Amina. But in any event, when it comes down to Cisco, he's wrong for trying to get with Amina in that situation, especially they're still trying to navigate through parenting. And then also Peter told you to fall back off of Amina. And you wouldn't like it if he was doing this to your wife or your ex-wife. Okay, so you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Like, Lord have mercy. They was really acting a fool. They was acting up. So, in any event, that's the situation, y'all. Cisco is very much a hot mess. So you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. One love to all my peeps and my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Like, it was a mess. Like, the whole episode was just funny. And you're right about that wedding planner. It was very funny. Very funny. It was like, yo, look how they are acting like they are doing way too much. There's a whole lot underlying going on. Is this real or is this fake? They're doing way too much. And there's a lot of hurt and pain going on in the situation. And there's a lot of lying going on as well. So, any event, peace, y'all.